Most of these conversations don't take place between couples because clearly women are not open to the idea of discussing physical intimacy out in the open with their partners. So what tends to happen is that men just keep guessing and women keep craving. So now today's video is all about 6 moves that you make in bed that puts you in a position to control, and she is going to sexually get addicted to you. Now, if you practice even 2 or 3 moves out of the 6 moves that I'm going to mention, well, you're going to absolutely rock her world. And she is going to constantly think of one thing only. All right, so we're going to dive deep into it. But before I begin the video, here's a disclaimer. Now, guys, this video might just get a little explicit. Now, if you're not open to the idea of taking this information, then feel free to click away or swipe away, because this video is purely informative, but the way it's going to be expressed is only to get the message across to you in a clear, crystal manner. Hi guys, I'm Neeti here. Welcome to my channel. I am a men's relationship coach, and I'm also that go-to girl who brings you every week insider information about what women think, what they feel, and what they say. This is only to make your life easy, and even if you want some sort of hand-holding in your relationship, your trust issues, or maybe you're coming out of a traumatic relationship, you're confused around women or how they behave, and you want hand-holding there, or regarding your confidence and personality, well, you can register on my 101 session. The link is in Instagram bio, and you can feel free to message me on Instagram as well. I will get in touch with you. Now let's begin. This is about power lead. Now, don't be mistaken by thinking that it's about getting aggressive in bed. Absolutely not. By power lead, I mean the physical dominance. Okay, now this is how women are made, okay? They like being submissive in bed. In relationships also, if you see, if the man is there who gives her guidance, a sense of judgment, a structure, a direction in the relationship, a woman will always follow when men initiate. And that is exactly what happens in the bedroom as well. So she will love this side of you when you show the power lead. By that I mean, how do you handle her body in a way that you are turning her on? So you could probably lift her, pin her down on bed, or you could topple her and you could make her change positions in bed. There are some women, let's face it, who like it rough, okay? So it could be that she likes her hair being pulled. She might be liking the idea of you spanking her, or she might be liking the idea of being kissed really hard. You basically handle her body in a way that you are leading in the sexual act, but you do all of this with her consent. If the woman is clearly in sync, if the woman is clearly comfortable, please go ahead, because then she's going to derive pleasure. But if she is not comfortable, please stop at that very minute. It has to be off the table, and you should never do it again, okay? Now, there are some women who are gonna love it and like it, but they're never gonna say it. And there are some who are confident enough to ask for it. So what you need to see and what you need to gauge in that moment is that how things are going, and then take a call how to take on that power lead to arouse your woman. Number 2. Your wish is my command, but here what I'm trying to say, well, it's going to be your command, and she's going to make your wish come true. Now, most of the men think that if we do such a thing, it might be a turn off. But let me tell you something. Most of the women who have watched the movie 50 Shades of Grey, okay, and I'm sure plenty of them have, they have secretly fantasized about doing a lot of things with their partner. I am telling you, I know the female psychology. And there is a character, Christian Grey, in the movie. Oh my God, every woman must have somewhere thought about the man, or probably thought about their own man in real life doing those things to the women. Okay, so now coming back, you command her in bed. 99% men don't do it, but trust me, it's incredibly hot and women get immediately aroused. So what do I mean by this? See, when you are in a sexual act with your partner, you are the one who takes the rein in his hands, okay? And you're the one who takes the lead. So you command. And for example, okay, you command that turn over. I want to do this to you. Or you command that spread your legs, I want to go down on you. Or you command that, you know what, kiss me on my neck because that's a huge turn on for me. So things like that. When you are in a state and a position to control, that is exactly what women want in bed, because that is something that takes them to another level, leading them slowly to a mental orgasm. And let me tell you, women first need to have a mental orgasm to physically really experience one. Also, because men tend to get aroused quicker, in a few minutes. Women on an average take about 15 to 20 minutes. So use that time, utilize that time to do these little moves. And these are 6 from my side, but I'm sure if you know more, then great. And if you can't practice all 6, just stick to maybe 2 or 3 according to your convenience. Okay, so moving on to point number 3. Tongue play and finger play. But what am I talking about? I'm talking about the oral play overall. Now, what tends to happen is that women do not get aroused very, very quickly by just and only simple intercourse. So you have to understand, most of the men think that that is the holy grail, but women do not come, at least 80% of women do not come by just the sheer act of intercourse. They want something more. And that is when I tell you guys, all of you, to pay attention, that you need to go downtown and put that tongue of yours to use, to play. And that is where you tickle and you play with the clitoral area, which gets aroused. And furthermore, that arouses the G-spot. So you have to understand how a female physiology works and how her psychology also works. So it's not about a plain, simple sexual act of intercourse. She needs something more, because there has to be a constant dopamine that has to take place to build up on that orgasmic state of mind for her to really feel that I'm going to burst open. All right. So this is when you need to really get into the act of oral play. It's essential that as a man, one must know that where and what spots and what moves are really going to arouse her. And so just plain simple act and few minutes of penetrative sexual act is not enough for her. This leads to my point number 5, which is most men think that, you know what, let's rush through the foreplay so that we can get in the act of intercourse, without realizing that intercourse is also one of the quickest ways to turn off a woman. So you have to understand that women need more time to reach that orgasmic state. And for that, you guys can play around during the foreplay. See, the word is used so often, but it's not used actually in bed where it is seriously required in the right manner. So guys, you don't have to rush up. Please go slow. Understand, women need time to ease up, loosen up, warm up, and get comfortable with you, and just the whole idea of the entire ambience and the environment. It could be the light is too bright, or the curtains are not drawn, or maybe, I don't know, it could be any reason. So first ease her up and first get her comfortable with you. So don't rush into the foreplay, okay? You begin with your slow kisses and caresses and fondle her, hold her, run your hands all over her skin. Feel her. She wants you to do things to her, especially in the whole moment of a foreplay, because that is the real build-up. So go very slow. Brush her hair aside, kiss on her neck. Kiss her on the backside. Just hold her and caress her around her waist also. Little things that add up to the whole heated act of foreplay. And do not ever underestimate foreplay. Moving on to another point. Be present. By that I mean that your presence not just in a physical manner, but also emotional and mental. Please understand, women are streamlined in such a way that they pick up on energies, okay? And women in general are very intuitive. So it's very easy for women to figure out when a man is distracted in bed. The reason could be anything, but that could be like a huge turn off. So please be present, okay? See, understand, sex is not just a physical physical pleasure. It is also an emotional connection, an act in which both of you are involved, but there is some sort of bond that is also being created. At least from the woman's side, she craves for this kind of a feeling. So what do you have to do? By being present, you can see how is she reacting, how is she moaning, how is she enjoying and deriving pleasure from your touch, from your moves, from all the act. And you can also feel it, so when you are present emotionally, you can sense the kind of energy that is flowing through her body, and you can also sense the kind of orgasmic pleasure that she's actually deriving. And isn't that such a huge turn on for men? I mean, if the woman feels that there's a massive rush of dopamine that she feels when you are touching her, it's a huge turn on for a man as well. And trust me, women will not ever be very expressive telling you about how she really felt in bed. But if you are present with all your, in all your entirety, with all your senses, you will get to see things that she will never be able to put in words. So moving on to my last point. Say what she truly wants to hear, and by that I mean appreciation. Look, if you guys want to turn on your woman, well, your partner also wants to turn you on. She wants to know how you feel when she is next to you, lying skin to skin, all naked. She wants to know how it is when she kisses you all over. She wants to know how you feel when you are inside her. She wants to know how her entire body makes you feel. She wants to know what happens to you when you are touching her. So all these things just mentally and emotionally further stimulate her. It gives her that dopamine kick. You have to understand, a woman always wants to know a man's raw sexual desires as well in the whole act of foreplay, okay? So the more you express, the more she wants you, she desires you. So don't be silent thinking that what is she going to think about me? Is she going to judge me? Don't be conscious. That's not the time to be conscious when the two of you are truly bonding together. She truly wants to know, and she really wants you to express how you desire her body in the most lustful manner. Trust me, those words when you say and the way you say it, and with all honesty and sincerity. Guys, if you really feel it, just say it, because women sense it. And when they pick up that emotion that my man is truly enjoying with me, you have no idea. There is absolutely no stopping her. And you know what? Sometimes it's not necessary that you say it in a lot of words or you express it verbally. Sometimes you can just show it in your act of deriving pleasure. By that I mean when you are moaning and groaning because she is doing things to you, well, that is a strong and a good sign for the women to understand that yes, my man is completely enjoying me and my touch in bed. Alright guys, so if you have enjoyed this video, if you have found this entire video informative, and if you have found that this is going to somewhere help you, then please click on the like button, help me share this video, help this community to grow. Men's mental health is what I promote on my channel, so please help me to spread a word. It could be regarding the issues in terms of, how are you coming out of a trauma relationship, or your healing, or, some such videos where I make you understand what women really like in bed, or it could be regarding your confidence, personality, relationships and trust issues. Well, I am in this journey with you, and if you want to come on a one-on-one session, please register. The link is in Instagram bio. So I'll see you soon. Ta-da!